G'day everyone, my name is David Mine. Welcome back to First Time Reefer TV. Today we're going to talk about the flow that's been added to the Gday 600, and that's thanks to the RFG. RFG stands for Random Flow Generator, or really good upgrade for a Gday tank. So this is going to be probably one of the best upgrades that I've made for the tank so far, and that's because we all know how important flow is for a tank. Now, dead spots are pretty horrible because it allows for buildup of detritus in your tank, as well as like ensuring that flow spreads evenly and randomly across your corals to ensure that it's not blowing all in one direction. Now, that can be that can be achieved by using wave makers in the tank, but I also think having a random flow generator that has no moving parts inside is just as important. And if it's a simple upgrade like that can help your tank, I don't see why you shouldn't do it. Now, I've got the VCA Random Flow Generator that's been distributed by Delura Australia. So this specific model here is the dual outlet with two, I think 1 inch random flow generators on it. And attached to locline. So the great thing about it being attached to locline is you can actually move the direction around the tank. So as you can see on my tank here, I've got one pointing this way and one pointing that way. This one's sort of going horizontal across the water, and that one's pointing down a little bit more, just to try and get that movement around the tank. Now, the coral actually looks a bit happier, although with the shit that's gone on recently, probably not as happy as it could be, which is a shame. But you can see the ripples in the water here, which I'll bring the camera over and show you. This is a 3D printed unit, and it has no moving parts inside, and you can see the ripples along the water here. It actually comes out in little pulses. Now, when I had it on the before I had it on the tank, it was just one nozzle coming out here, and that was just you can still move it around because the Pro Reef's got the adjustable nozzle, and I had that sort of going across this way, hoping that the water's circulating around, and then building all the stuff out the back here, which can get sucked up by the overflow. Now with having this, the corals move a lot better. They don't look like they're getting blasted. I've been able to actually up the flow in the tank because it's getting split into two and more of a softer pulse of flow, as opposed to the harsh sort of just one directional flow coming out of the nozzle. So this is probably one of the cheapest yet most important for me upgrades for the Gday Pro Reef, or obviously any tank, but obviously my tank specifically is the Gday 600. It's fantastic, and Adam, if you're listening, this should be an upgrade that's available purely on your website. If people buy directly from your website, or if you're supplying to stores, please make this an option for stores that can just order the Gday tanks in with the random flow generators already installed. Because I just love the way that the water's moving across the tank now, being able to up the flow a little bit to get more flow obviously going through the tank as well, and just a really nice water movement action. So one of the most simple upgrades you can do for the tank, yet most effective. So I'm seriously in love with my random flow generator. So for those of you that don't have one, make sure you get one. I think the next build that I'm going to do, which is hopefully towards the end of the year, I'm going to go for 0 wave makers and a stack of random flow generators moved just across the back of the tank, so then it can completely be NEM proof on the tank, and I think that should work. So sort of like a closed loop system, but just using RFGs instead of a wave maker. So I'm really looking forward to trying that out. So if you guys haven't got your hands onto one of these RFGs, or your LFS doesn't have one or in stock, make sure you get them to contact Delura Australia. Full disclosure, I paid for this, just before everyone says I'm doing this as an advert because I got it for free, which I didn't. But make sure you hit up your LFS, make sure that they get these units in, because I love the way the water ripples across the top now. And then the water movement in the tank is just improved tenfold. So if you guys haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit subscribe below. Follow me on Instagram at First Time Reefer. And until next time, guys, peace.